Side plank with rotation. So what we're doing here is we're doing a good old-fashioned side plank. Sometimes the basics are just the way to go. There's a reason they've been around for so long, because they work. And we're adding a little bit of rotation to it that is allowing us to open up posteriorly in the back of our rib cage with one little tiny small tweak. So to get set up for this, we are going to have your elbow directly underneath your shoulder. You're not here. Don't do this, okay? Put your shoulder on top of your elbow. And then you want to have a nice right angle with your arm. So my fist is directly in line with my elbow, and then my elbow is directly in line with my shoulder. Now from here, I don't want you to have your knees way far behind you, okay? I'd rather you have your knees a little more in front of you. The reason here is because this angle right here just kind of opens up our hip a little bit more, and it's not getting a lot of pressure out on our hip flexors, which can already be kind of tight during pregnancy. So bring your knees forward. You don't need them way back here, okay? Knees forward slightly. From here, what we want to think about doing is pushing through our elbow and raising straight up from here. What I don't want to see is you falling forward, okay? Because this is where we're trying to go. So we can't start where we're trying to go. You want your shoulders open. So you should be able to press up out of here first, and then you're going to press through your knee and your feet, and you kind of come up from here. But notice my belly button is still facing forward. You don't want your belly button like facing at a diagonal, and certainly not facing down, okay? Now, if this feels too challenging for you, you can do this without lifting your hips up and still get a lot of activation through your core, through your shoulder, through your glutes. You will still feel it, I promise. So don't worry if you're like, I can't, it feels too hard to lift my hips up. Keep them down. It's fine. Okay, so whether you're lifting your hips up or you're keeping them down, the next step is you're going to reach straight up. Not here, not here, okay? Straight up, arms straight above your shoulder, and you're gonna bring your hands through. I want you to think about your belly button still facing forward. You're not just swinging your hips around like this. We still want that belly button facing forward. You've exhaled, deep core up, lots of nice tension here, okay? You're gonna pull through, and then you're just gonna press the back of your hand into the floor a small amount. This is not like a 10 out of 10 hero press, okay? Small amount. What that small press is going to do is going to open up this area back here, okay? You're gonna get a little bit of that serratus muscle. It's gonna bring your shoulder blade around. And then you're gonna inhale. Your goal is to try and feel that inhale right here in your back. If you don't feel it right there, don't freak out, it's okay, I promise. But still knowing that during that inhale, if you keep some pressure in your core, you're gonna be able to kind of open up and get a little more mobility and rotation through that mid-back, which is really important during pregnancy because a lot of times we miss that. So remember, it's okay if your hips, if that feels like way too much to get them up off the ground, especially a lot later in pregnancy. This is one of those times that you really wanna make sure as you're doing this that you're not pushing out, okay? So this movement can be a little more demanding on your core, so you may just kind of need to test it out a couple times and make sure that you can hold this just kind of statically before you start moving your hand around, because you want to be able to inhale, exhale, feel that belly come in and up. Hug, 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 baby. It should not push out against you when you try and do any of these movements. All right, that is your side plank with rotation.